violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Marks the somber one-year anniversary of the fatal shooting of a 15-year-old John Ehret student on a New Orleans sidewalk.
Yeah, another 15-year-old allegedly shot Khyron Nellon. David Jones has more from the victim's mother tonight on how she has turned her grief into action.
What is going on with these teens killing teens? Kids killing kids, man. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Sisters, come get your kids.
Got the phone call about 6 in the morning saying that my son was in it. Something had happened.
For Nekisha McGlothen, that phone call would be the start of an unimaginably trying year. The day she lost her only son, gunned down at 15 years old.
6 in the morning. I mean, was he going to school? What was he doing up that early? Was he out late at night? Didn't get home till late? That's kind of weird.
I was able to sit on my son's bedside and, you know, say what I had to say to him. And after that, it was it. Everything after was a blur.
Khyron Nellon was the type of kid any parent would be proud of.
He was just a very positive kid, very caring, very loving.
The John Ehret student loved basketball. He played on several teams. Nellon was on the 1600 block of Iberville when he was gunned down. 3 people who were with Nellon were shot and survived.
Dang. So maybe he was hanging out with the wrong crowd. They had beef. They had ops. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. But like I said, we live in an op culture. All these young dudes, they want ops. They want enemies. They want some reason to be able to beef. And I'm not saying that was the type of dude that he was. But when you hang out with these other kids and you know that they're super gremlins and they just your friends because of school or whatnot, they can get you caught up. Okay, just like we see a lot of these sisters getting killed because they're dating street dudes who have ops. These super gremlins are on demon time.
McGlothen says another 15-year-old was arrested for the shooting.
I still feel the pain. I still feel, sad at times, but I know that, I can redirect my energy into something positive.
And she did, starting a nonprofit in her son's name.
I don't want anybody to go through what this family's going through alone, ever again.
Michael Willis is a crime victims advocate who started the group helping other people endure or hope.
But how?
Hold on, where was he when Mayor LaToya Cantrell was at the hearing of the super gremlin, the super teen gremlin, who had robbed those glider women? Isn't he a crime victims activist? Why didn't he stand up against Mayor LaToya Cantrell? Interesting. Is he only a crime victims advocate of African Americans, or is he equal opportunity? What's up?
How do we take these tragedies and show not only New Orleans but the world we can come together?
Willis says it's no time to place blame for the crime problem on any one group or individual.
Wow. No, now is the time to place blame on what is going on. I mean, they don't want to single out the community. That's what that means. But all of this is happening because of the community. How can you not see that? How can you not admit that? How can you not concede that fact? It's a fact. Okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we see an alert on our phone and, shooting here, and there was just a shooting at the Mall of Georgia, which I'm going to cover. I might even go live on it. Shooting and a stabbing. We know who did it.
I don't want to point fingers at the mayor, the district attorney, the police chief.
Why not? She's actually an advocate for the super gremlins. So you should be in direct adversary to her agenda. Like this is the effeminization. He looks like a Brawley brother and whatnot, but bro, why can't you just stand on 10? Why can't you just say what you feel, say what you know to be right? Because he don't want to put blame on the mayor, don't want to put blame on Jason Williams, the DA, who just got a revolving door. Don't want to put blame on, I just did a story on him, the juvenile center, the former juvenile center guy who got $35,000 for 5 weeks, Keyshawn Webster. You don't want to put blame on nobody. And that's how these issues don't get solved. You have to identify the problem, then solve the problem. And in this case, the people are the problem. The leaders are the problem.
The pastors and the council members, if I'm not willing to say, you know what, I dropped the ball too, and I can do a little more.
He says we all have a collective responsibility. It's about acknowledging there's a problem and putting forward a solution.
All across the country, we have a problem with kids dying. We have a problem with murder. We have a problem with it. So just not only
in the black community, in the community, don't talk about it. It's just this ain't everybody.
Just working with the children, working with the parents as well, getting them on board.
Nekisha's nonprofit is called K3 Lives after Khyron's basketball nickname. K3 Lives and helping other people endure will hold a back-to-school family day this Saturday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Martin Luther King Jr. Playground.
Oh, Lord, not MLK Playground.
In Harvey. We reached out to the office of District Attorney Jason Williams to ask about the status of the accused juvenile after a year, but we're still waiting to hear.
Expresses outrage after she says her son's killer was sentenced as a juvenile.
As David Jones reports, she says the decision not to try him as an adult sends the wrong message to other teenagers.
Woo! And y'all see what's going on. 15-year-old super gremlin on demon time catches a body, a whole body, and he can only serve 6 years for taking another child's life. He's being charged as a juvenile. He'll be out by 21. Sisters, this is what you asked for. This is exactly what you've been begging for. The criminal justice reform, all that. This is on you guys. This is on you.
And I'm taking care of him until I leave. I'm still here, so it's still my job to make sure that his name and everything that he stood for is still living on.
For Nekisha McGlothen, the pain of losing her son, 15-year-old Khyron Nellon, cuts deep. But it's what she feels are the failures of the system that have poured salt on the wound.
No. See, don't blame it on the system, because y'all got everybody who y'all want in power. They got everybody. We got a black mayor in New Orleans. We got black district attorney. We got black judges. Black city council members. we got everybody. Wardens of the prisons. Police officers. Chief of police, Sean Ferguson. What more do you want from me? Like, what more do you want? This is who y'all voted for. This who y'all put into power. And they believe in chaos. They believe in chaos as long as the chaos is coming from their demographic.
I'm still hurt. I don't think I'm angry as I was when it first happened. I'm angry with the system.
Nellon was killed in August 2021 on Iberville Street. 3 other people were shot. When we first brought you this story at the start of the month, McGlothen had just come off what she felt was a productive meeting with Orleans District Attorney Jason Williams. She was hopeful, but that hope was quickly dashed when her son's killer, Frederick Carter, another teen, pleaded guilty and was sentenced to juvenile life, meaning he'll be free at 21. Williams' office did not try Carter as an adult.
The kid admitted to murder. He admitted to a few other things, and him serving only 5 years I'm not pleased with it.
Woo! I mean, it sucks, but then we gotta ask, who did you vote for? Who did you vote for, sis? Who did you guys vote for? Did y'all vote for law and order, or did you vote for chaos?
When these kind of things happen, everybody got to be held accountable, but also the district attorney have to do a better job at doing their job.
Anti-crime advocate Michael Willis has been helping McGlothen through the process.
Well, see, the district attorney has to go by the ruling of the judge, and the judge has to go by what's on the books. And since y'all have been advocating for the books to get changed and reformed, they were. So therefore, when one of these young super gremlins kill somebody, they say, oh, well, you can't take away his life for a mistake he made in the past. That's what they've been saying. That's what they've been saying the whole time. I'm trying not to get mad, but dude, this is what y'all asked for. Soft on crime, bail reform, no cash bail. You guys asked for this. Remember, defund the police. All that came with it. All that came with it. Get rid of 3 strikes, you're out. Get rid of accountability for the community. So don't get mad when something happens to you and now those rules are being enforced.
She only heard from Williams himself on the 1st of the month. When she did, they say there was some hope Carter would be tried as an adult for the quadruple shooting.
At the end of the day, they wanted a conviction, so they got whatever that they wanted. But at the end of the day, the families got to suffer. And there's many families, like she said, that have to suffer and deal with this.
Willis says a decision like this sends a message. Teens can get away with murder without suffering the consequences.
Yep, and they've been doing it. They've been doing it, and they know it, and that's why they do it. He's probably laughing to the bank. Yeah, he didn't even want to go to school. Like juvenile until 21, he's chilling. He a big dog on campus. He got a body or two. Admitted to more things that he had done. I mean, he's pretty much goated in the juvenile detention center. He's goated. He's gonna be a leader in there. He's gonna have all the snacks, all the commissary. He's gonna have him a lady boy, even though homosexuality is it's lower. It's at a lower rate in the youth detention centers than the adult ones, but you know. A lot of these dudes are growing up in prison, so they're getting these tendencies.
We want to find programs for them. We do, but
he did not just say programs, and that's why he's not getting life, because he gonna be in a program for 5-6 years and he gonna be out because that's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all asked for. So don't get mad when he getting 5 to 6 years.
But we don't want them to just think that it's open season and just do whatever you want. Nah, we got to get on top of that, y'all.
In a statement, a spokesperson for Williams says in part, quote, each referral screened by the DA's office is handled on a case-by-case basis to ensure justice and appropriate accountability. In this case, Frederick Carter pled guilty in juvenile court and was sentenced to juvenile life in prison. Over the course of a number of meetings, our office actively engaged the victim's family throughout the prosecutorial process. The quote goes on to thank Nellon's family for participating in the judicial process.
It's sickening. It's sickening because, for one, I know I can't get my son back, but what about all the other Khyrons that they have out there in the streets?
So how are you? I mean, the question is, who you voting for in this next election? That's going to tell me everything we need to know about if you actually understand what's going on.
Followed up with DA Williams' office to ask if they ever considered trying Carter as an adult and what may have stopped them from doing so, but we did not hear back. McGlothen continues to honor her son through her nonprofit called K3 Lives.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago
where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo! Ain't that nigga J.
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass
Yeah,
suit on.
that's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Teenage son was murdered a year ago, and the teenager who shot him won't spend any more than 5 years behind bars.
Mike McDaniel is joining us in the studio with details on how all of this happened.
Okay, she thick.
Mike?
Yeah, what this really comes down to is the gunman being a juvenile in this case. There was talk about moving this case to adult court, but that didn't happen. Even through her grief, this mom is on a mission.
This is a picture, my favorite picture of my son. I wear it every day.
Through a necklace, Nekisha McGlothen's son is always close by.
This necklace was ordered for me probably a week or 2 after my son passing.
That was last August when 15-year-old Khyron Nellon was shot and killed on Iberville Street, not far from the French Quarter in New Orleans. 3 other people were shot and injured.
He was a kid just beginning to live, and basketball was his dream.
The person responsible, a then 15-year-old boy, was arrested and charged. McGlothen let the justice system take over.
Never having to deal with the system at this magnitude, my faith has always been they'll figure everything out, everything will be fine, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, like I've been saying, it's very unfortunate. Feel bad for him, I really do. But I guarantee she was out there protesting BLM, acting a fool, they killing us in the streets, saying all this nonsense that she really didn't even genuinely believe in her heart, because she is in New Orleans and she knows if anybody's going to die, it's going to be by the hands of a super gremlin. She understands this. She knows this. But she continues to protest. She continues to chant these falsehoods. And this is the result of that. And I think that a lot of people in the community are receiving, even though I don't believe in karma, instant karma, okay? Or at least the results of actions in the past that are coming back to haunt you in present day. These super gremlins are on demon time.
McGlothen says in meetings with the district attorney's office, she thought the case would move to adult court. Last week, the now 16-year-old was sentenced to juvenile life for 1 count of second-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder.
He won't be in there a day over 21, so that's 5 years.
This school teacher says the conviction came through a plea deal she didn't agree to. The district attorney's office released a statement to Eyewitness News saying,
well, I mean, it doesn't matter what you agree to. At the end of the day, I mean, she's not even involved in the process. Honestly, she doesn't have a say on what's going to happen. It's not like she was a witness to anything. She's just the mother. Okay? And if his friends didn't talk too, that also, I mean, he pleaded guilty, so he took the charge, but pleading guilty to a murder in juvenile when your record's going to be sealed, That's a street dude's dream. It really is, because you're getting a free body, you're getting street credibility, you're only serving 5 years in prison. It's like going to college for these dudes. I'm telling you that right now. Is he gonna learn anything? Probably not. He'll probably get out and be on the same stuff, even more emboldened. He feels invincible now. Okay? Might even pull back, spin the block for the family. Who knows if they keep pushing this foundation, because he might feel some type of way. You never know with these super gremlins, and it's a horrible thing. But, like I said, it's instant karma. It's like y'all are literally voting for this stuff. So I feel bad, but it's hard to feel bad, even though I do.
The family was involved in the process and that each case is handled on a case-by-case basis. McGlothen worries about the message this case sends.
It's like they're not having any type of remorse for what they're doing.
Of course.
They're getting a slap on the wrist, and they go into a relaxed juvenile facility.
Yep.
And then they'll be home shortly.
I was hurt.
Michael Willis was surprised by the sentence too.
But Michael Willis was one of the dudes who was talking about, oh, well, we do want them to get programs. You can't, bro, there's only a limited amount of money. Obviously, the black politicians are paying themselves over what they really deserve, or what is traditional for that position, for those positions, just like the former director of the juvenile center. He paid himself $35,000 in 5 weeks. Okay, so he paid himself $7,000 a week. And y'all are going for this. The people of New Orleans are going for this, okay? So you can't have both. Oh, it's either programs or prison, bruh. Choose one. You can't have both.
Working with survivors and victims' families through his HOPE organization, he's working to make community-level change to stop juvenile crime.
Until we realize we have a problem as a people, we can't keep pointing fingers and blaming everybody.
Yeah, and what he means by that, we black people have a problem killing each other, ourselves, whatnot. You can't keep pointing the fingers and blaming everybody else, i.e. gliders. Can't keep blaming the community, the white community, okay, when you're taking out each other at 100 miles per hour. And I guarantee every woman here, even though they have children and whatnot, you ask them how they feel about abortion, and oh, they're all for it. I mean, you're killing each other in the street. You're aborting the children. A lot of the women are unmarriageable. So the guys who have their head on straight are not dating them. I mean, how much time do we really have? How much time do we really have, genuinely?
McGlothen turned her grief into a mission, starting K3 Lives. K3 was her son's basketball nickname. It's a foundation focused on community outreach.
Everything that's done through the foundation, it's reminded me that he's living because this is something that he would want to do.
While not happy with the outcome of the case, McGlothen, who has 6 other kids at home, says it can't weigh her down from living.
Being a mom that lost her kid, it's a struggle. And I know if I didn't have the faith that I have in God, I would have lost myself a long time ago.
McGlothen still has a lot of questions about the circumstances leading up to her son's death. She also says there were other people involved, but were never charged. And we've got the full statement from the DA's office with this story right now on our website, WWLTV.com. Charisse.
All right, Mike, thank you so much.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.